Hi guys, so day 3 out here in Utah, so finishing up before I head back to Denver. We're gonna do a chest and shoulder session, get some blood pumping in there. My back's doing a little bit better. We're still not gonna do anything crazy, don't need to be. Today is just under 10 weeks out from nationals. I'll probably warm up with some shoulders and then go into chest, and then do my chest workout and then go and finish with shoulders. I'll always warm up my shoulders before doing chest, just for that reason. I think warming up the shoulders, because they get engaged with the chest anyway, so that's why I'll go back and forth. So we'll warm up with shoulders, warm up chest, train chest, and then finish with some delts. My shoulders are pretty good. My chest is a thing that's a weaker body part, so I won't do anything crazy with shoulders. Probably do maybe 2 exercises to finish off. Probably just some side raises, maybe some rear delts or some front delts. We'll just see how I feel. I train pretty intuitively. I don't really follow a program. I just stick to my base foundational guidelines. Higher volume, hard contractions, time under tension. Same shit I've been preaching, and then I'm going to continue to preach. So start off, just going to go over and do some dumbbell side lateral raises. Let's go. It's 10 pounds, nothing crazy. Don't need anything crazy. Let's get blood flow. That's it. Good, smooth reps. That's all we need. Nice and slow. No jerking. Nothing silly. You don't see anything flashy with me. Nothing flashy. It's the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. That's how I live my life. Well, not everything. That's how I keep my training. Say that. Alright, so start off with just those side lateral raises, super light, just get some blood in there, and we're going to go over here to the pec deck, do some rear delts, warm up the rest of the shoulders, and then we'll just go straight into chest. Probably do three warm-up sets, nothing crazy, probably 30, maybe even 40 reps. That's the thing too, my warm-up sets can go anywhere from 10 reps all the way up to 40 and 50 reps, just because it's so light. With me, there's no real rules other than do things that are gonna be slow, controlled, get the contraction, get the blood flow in there. We're not lifting heavy weight just for the sake of lifting heavy weight. I think there's a time and a place, but I think some people get it misconstrued, as I'll continue to talk about, as how much weight they really need to be pushing. Me, I try not to make that mistake. I do push a little bit too hard sometimes, but I think it's a lot less of a degree than most people. I think that just comes from experience and just learning how to train properly. If you train more effectively and learn how to use the weight in a better way, you don't need super crazy heavy weight. Is it cool to lift heavy weight? Absolutely. Is it beneficial to grow muscle? For sure. You do need a progressive overload. You do need to get to that certain threshold to push muscle hypertrophy, but it is very skewed by a lot of people based on what you see on Instagram and social media and guys' YouTubes who are much more advanced than the majority of people. So trying to emulate a top level Olympian and what they're doing isn't going to work for you, right? Even if you are like a high level pro or something like that, like you got to find your own style of training. Me personally, through trial and error and education, it all comes down to the foundational principles of time under tension and lengthening and shortening of the muscle, and literally the hardest contraction you can possibly put under that load, right? And just enough weight to achieve that and nothing more. That's basically it. Nothing more than that. So like I said, we'll do shoot for set here, 20 reps, see how it feels. Might go up a little bit higher, up to 30 reps, and do that a few times, and then we'll start with chest. So there's that.
Used to open doors with a half a key. Fish scale by the well, gonna catch a lead. Oh yeah, no limit to it, no limit. I'm still with the go getters in the gold river. Oh, paper got me dressed.
So also with these, just very slow, controlled. Once again, come here, make sure you get that contraction on the rear delt, get that squeeze in there. Even if you have to hold it, get that stretch. What I'll do, I'll even push out like we're doing, like how we were doing rows yesterday, where I almost do like a reaching out. I'll do that to get a stretch on the rear delt. So I don't really bend my elbows too much. I might bend them a little bit, just ever so slightly, but at the end, just to get a little bit more, I might extend a little bit and try to do like a pushing out, and then pull back. The further away you get the weight away from the muscle, the more tension you're gonna get on that muscle, right? So if we're out here, it's gonna be a little bit more tension, and you'll have to adjust it with each exercise is gonna be different, but you're gonna get more load on that muscle depending on which exercise you do. But that's just kind of something you can think about going into your workouts.
What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. What the fuck though? I don't love, bro. You know about rolling down in the deep. When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in.
I feel like that's pretty good. I got a good pump in my shoulders, so we got some blood flow in there. Start up chest with some cable flies. Do like 2, 3 warm-up sets, about 10 to 15 reps of those, and then do a couple working sets of about 15, maybe up to 20 reps, to see how we feel. Like that, kind of heavy, but still slow, controlled. It's probably about as heavy as I go. That's 60 pounds. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I could probably throw on 120 and fucking jerk that shit around, but it's not gonna be doing me anything. I'd rather stay like that, be able to do those nice, open up, clean reps, hold that stretch, come in, flex the pecs, get that hard contraction, come out. That's all you need. That's all you need. It's not flashy, it's not sexy, but it works. I went a little crazy, went up 10 pounds, from 60 to 70. So, really pushing hard. That stretch at the beginning. Pretty warmed up, got some blood flow in there. Probably this hammer strength machine press. We're gonna go for an incline. My upper chest is a little weak, so that's been something I've been working on. So shooting for more incline movements. I think most of my pressing, I'll at least have a slight incline at the very least. I don't really do too much flat stuff right now, like I said. So we'll do this hammer strength, iso lateral, incline press. We'll start off with one plate and then just kind of go off the feel, how I feel from there, or see what my strength is like after this first set, and then we'll kind of go off of that.
My hands, I remote control it. She keep me down with the roof gone. At the KOD, she be with me. She got friends, bring 3. I got drugs, I got drink. Bend it over, juicy J. Bands and make her dance. All these chicks poppin' pussy. I just pop it bang. Pussy, I'm just poppin' bang. Bands and make her dance. Bands and make her dance.
I'm gonna add another plate on here, 2 plates. That might be enough to do a good working set and stimulate. Those felt pretty good. Do 1 working set with 2 plates, see how that feels. If that feels good, I'll stick with that. If I want a little bit more, I might add on like maybe a quarter. That's about it. Once again, nothing flashy, man. Just effective. Effective over flashy any day of the week. I'd rather look good on stage than look impressive in the weight room. That's my goal.
And if you don't know, now you know. And if you don't know, now you know.
So just to push that last little bit, we're just gonna throw a quarter on top of those and do 1 more working set there. Add just a little bit heavier weight, just to push that last little bit. Nothing crazy, don't need anything flashy.
To do a threesome, you gotta intervene. Her legs so sexy when I'm in between.
Baby over there, what's up? Young mama come here. Start talking, but I really couldn't hear till she started.
Slow and controlled, that's all we need. Good stretch, up, hard contraction, squeeze.
Down, started moving like a carrot. Like she do it in the mirror. 1 chop, 2 chop that ass. Chop that ass down,
Just like that.
chop that ass down.
Put these weights away, go back to a cable, and do underhand fly, go from low. Gotta pull up, come up here, get really tight contraction. Been doing those. You're gonna get really good overall squeeze coming up from that. The best thing too, with that, you're gonna get a really good stretch on the pec. So we'll do that. First, put your weights away. Don't leave them there. Don't be a fucking dickhead. Take responsibility. Be a grown up. Clean your mess up after yourself. Good stretch. Your shoulder blades back. A little bit down. Stretch. With these, I'm not doing elbow stretch or like this. It's very much more like I'm pushing that way, like towards the wall. It's like I'm dragging it across the ground and trying to keep my elbows extended.
They ask me what I do it well. I come up with this shit up in the studio.
Last birthday, she got you a new sweater. Put it on your brother, kiss and tell her do better. She said, how about I get you jewelry from the West End? How about she hit the West End and get a best friend? I'm joking, I'm just serious. I asked her, don't be acting like no.
A couple of those are just a couple warm-up sets. 20 pounds, 30 pounds. Working set, probably go up to 40. Do two working sets there, slow controlled, 15 reps. I think that'll be good. And then probably 1 more pressing movement. If you ever listen to Lee Haney, one of his biggest things was stimulate, don't annihilate when you're training. So you don't got to come in here and do anything crazy. Obviously, he was a genetic freak, probably could do anything he wanted to grow the way he did. But I think that says a lot about his physique and his success. That was one thing that always stuck out to me, is his phrase, stimulate, don't annihilate. And so that's kind of, to a certain degree, that's how I like to approach things too. Especially right now when we're going into a show. You just want to make sure you get enough stimulation Just a little bit of breakdown, nothing too crazy. Right now we're not in here. I'm not here to build up a whole bunch of mass. Still getting a good amount of food, good amount of supplementation, so we can still grow into the show, but I don't have any unrealistic expectations. What I want to do primarily is just maintain the mass that I do have as we start pulling off fat tissue. That's the only concern. If we get a little bit of extra mass, we can grow into the show. Absolutely, it's fucking awesome. But that's more of extra credit more than anything. Yep, we'll do 2 more working sets here, and then finish off with another pressing movement. Strength is definitely down. That's pretty heavy for me today. I usually lift a little bit more than that, but it's actually a good sign. Strength is down. We're starting to get to the thick of things with prep, so not mad at it. It's a good sign. I'd be worried if I felt good, and if I was strong, that'd be kind of a concern. No worries, but that'll be it for today. And this weekend hasn't been any super hard training sessions, just because I wanted to nurse my lower back a little bit more, let that inflammation and that bruising heal. But this weekend, these last few days of training have definitely been productive, so no complaints. But yeah, that's about it for today. Appreciate you guys. It's another training session, chest, delts, nothing super crazy, not the most sexy thing, but effective over, flashy. That's always been my thing, like I said. Rather look good on stage and be optimal come show day than be super impressive in the gym or for Instagram or anything like that. It's always fun, but that should be secondary to your primary goals, which is getting to that contest day at your best. You're not going to do that if your training's not going to be effective. The judges aren't going to look at your lifting videos. They don't give a fuck. You could literally lift the least amount of weight in the gym. If you look great on show day, that's all that matters. They don't care about how much you deadlifted, about how much you bench. It does not matter. Like I said, they're not going to look at your Instagram. They don't give a fuck. So making sure you come in here and remove any sort of ego or any sort of comparing to what anybody else is doing. Just focus on yourself and what your goals are, even if it's not flashy and doesn't look cool in the moment. Like my videos aren't going to be super crazy flashy. They're going to be just straightforward to the point, effectiveness over everything. Like I said, and just focus on you, fuck everybody else. So anyways, guys, at Zack Pryor, ZACKPRIOR, and at Savage_Underdog on Instagram, and any other socials. So until next time, guys, peace.